What's good, YouTube? It's the Wave, and we back with another reaction video. But like I always say, these are more so watch with me's because this is my first time watching with you as well. Make sure you guys are following all of the original content and these people that I'm showing you because it's really dope. My guy Ruhi Çenet, the coldest village on earth. It's in the middle of summertime, so watching this video is even crazy right now because it's like 100 degrees literally outside. But this just looks super crazy, man. Like I am not too like much of a fan of cold weather, like, you know what I'm saying, I go to cold places, but like to be the coldest places on earth is like, that got to be crazy. So let's definitely watch it, jump into this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and you know, comment at the bottom. Yeah, let's get into it.
A frozen wall. If you don't
Dog, is that real?
move, you freeze.
Imagine a village where temperatures drop as low as minus 71.2
Bruh,
degrees Celsius.
was he just-
Here, spending just a few
Just gotta
extra minutes
undog.
outside can lead to frostbite, the loss of a limb, or even end of life.
Is it frostbite?
I'm about to say, once that starts at that's crazy.
After staying outside for just over 15 minutes, my nose turned white, ice crystals began forming inside the cells, and the tissue started to die. If I had stayed out 5 minutes longer, my nose would have suffered permanent tissue damage.
When people breathed outdoors, it would
But Ruhi, why you still go back outside with no mask, dog?
sound like dry grass rustling behind them. That was the sound of warm breath turning into tiny ice crystals.
I'm in the coldest inhabited place on Earth, at the coldest time of the year. This is Oymyakon. Just to stay alive, I'm wearing more than 20 layers of clothing, weighing nearly 14 kilos. Stepping outside from a warm 30 degrees Celsius home means facing a temperature drop of over 100 degrees. That's why I'm also wearing gloves,
That's wild right there. The
boots,
temperature
pants, and a coat, all made from reindeer fur. And even that's not enough. And now,
The fit is hard though, I ain't gonna lie. The fit is hard.
I'm about to show you what life is like when simply going outside becomes a battle for survival. Within seconds outside, ice crystals start forming on the eyelashes and the skin starts to sting. The village feels
Man, it's like not even like just stepping outside for a couple minutes. That's crazy.
like it's been abandoned.
And there's people like living out here. That's wild.
The cold doesn't just affect people and wild animals. It stops everything from functioning.
Bro, the way he like looking at stuff is crazy to me, bro. Like he just picking up like
Phones don't work properly
Icicle
and often shut
animals.
down. Cars left outside freeze in just a
Frozen
few
animals.
hours. Since the ground is always frozen, no fruits or vegetables can grow here. We boarded a plane in Moscow, flying east for 7 hours to Yakutsk. From there, we covered an 18-hour, 900-kilometer road trip. It's 2 a.m. and we finally arrived at the coldest village in the world. The thermometer reads minus 60.5 degrees Celsius. When we stepped out of the car, it felt like we were on another planet.
how do they even like get things and like electricity and stuff like running? I'm surprised, bro. Like I would thought like, stuff would be frozen. Like I know it ain't
Hairs
no
in our
running water.
nose were frozen.
Definitely can't be no running water.
We felt them prick with every breath. The dry air makes us cough uncontrollably. Oymyakon is home to around 800 people, spread across 1.5 square kilometers. Seeing anyone else outside is almost impossible, as if time itself has frozen in this place.
It's really cold. We are walking for about 15 minutes.
I gotta see like what is like the jobs or like what do people do?
As you see, my
How to
friend's
make a living
eyelashes
in these
are
conditions.
full of ice. You can see another ice droplet on his upper lip.
Oymyakon, our land surrounded by mountains. It gets brutally cold here. The temperature drops to minus 63 degrees Celsius or even minus 64 degrees Celsius. Because Oymyakon is located in a basin, there's
Bruh, that's crazy.
hardly any wind. The cold just settles in and stays.
In this region, the ground stays frozen all year round. This layer of frozen earth is called permafrost, and it can reach hundreds of meters deep. To survive the cold, the villagers built a central heating system. A single coal-powered boiler sends heat to most homes through pipes. The
See, now this is interesting.
system must run non-stop. Even a short failure puts everyone at risk. The interiors of the houses differ from traditional village homes. Heating pipes connected to the central boiler run through the rooms to keep
Got that aluminum, okay.
the houses warm. To build on the frozen ground,
That
thick
makes
wooden
sense. Keep
beams
that
are
heat
first laid
insulated.
down to create a flat base. Then, the main logs go on top. A 30-centimeter thick subfloor is added, followed by insulation, and finally, the finishing floor. Each wall is made of 7-layered materials. There's wood on the outside, then basalt wool as the main insulation barrier, then plaster, mesh, foam insulation.
There's definitely a lot that goes into this. It has to be though.
Another
you
layer
can't
of
be
plaster,
slipping on
and
no
finally
coverage in
a
here.
wooden
You can't have
panel
no air getting in your
inside.
crib.
The windows are triple glazed, forming a vital barrier against the bone-chilling temperatures, and the attic is insulated with sawdust and soil. Combined with a stove or heating system, this setup keeps the residents warm. In nearly every building, the entrance room is intentionally left unheated.
We freeze everything in the front room.
Look at this refrigerator.
I wonder like how many people or what does it take to like run that central heating system that they built?
Here, I have
hope they
frozen
get more
milk
into
and
that.
frozen meat that I store in the cold.
As you can see, these first 2 rooms at the entrance used for storage and as a refrigerator.
These unheated rooms also serve as a buffer against the freezing cold.
You can see ice and snow covering the interior of the room,
Kind of like a igloo form.
especially the ceiling.
In Oymyakon, the day begins early. Yevdokia is already at the barn. Cattle farmers here wrap a cloth around the cow's udder to protect the sensitive tissue from frostbite and to keep it clean.
The udder isn't at risk of freezing anymore, but once the milk starts flowing, we have to be careful.
Because of the extreme cold in Oymyakon, no water pipes run to the buildings. They would freeze almost instantly.
See what I'm saying? So what
The
do
cows
they do?
must step out into the cold every morning and make their way to the river to drink. One by one, they step into an icy hell, moving quickly, knowing they must return before the cold becomes too harsh. Their hair became crusted with ice almost immediately.
This part of the river is not frozen because it is coming fresh from the mountain.
Man, I bet you that water is good though.
Underground spring water meets with river and keeps this part of the river unfrozen.
Then all of a sudden, my whole face went numb. I couldn't move the muscle on the left side, like I was having facial paralysis.
That's scary how quick that comes.
When my nose started freezing, Yevdokia noticed right away.
Is it frostbite?
Yeah.
The cold shrinks the blood vessels and eventually reduces blood circulation. Without enough warmth, water inside each cell freezes into ice crystals, causing the cells to rupture and triggering a stabbing pain and tissue to die.
You should cover your face like this. Why?
Oh man, that's crazy.
While covering your
They gonna
face.
show that the fingers cut off.
Be careful, or it might turn black.
That was wild.
From this point on, until the end of the documentary shoot, I won't be able to stay outside for more than 10 minutes at a time, or my already frostbitten nose could get even worse. But as the documentary progresses, and the temperatures drop even further, we'll be pushing our limits to show you what survival here truly demands.
That's one thing Ruhi does do in his videos, bro. Like this dude will be in them elements, man. Like,
Here is the
Crazy.
cure. This is aloe and just alcohol. You soak it like this and apply it to the area that's frozen. And don't rub it, okay? Otherwise, you'll damage the vessels in the capillaries, and it'll lead to sores.
Then Yevdokia began her daily chores by hanging freshly washed clothes in the yard. Within just minutes, they completely froze solid.
Her clothes are completely...
Dang, that's crazy, bro.
My hands are freezing.
Everything just freezes.
After that, she headed into the barn to milk the
That's wild.
cows.
I keep Yakut cows because they produce really high-quality milk. The fat content can reach 7 to 8%.
As you can see, there are some ice and snow covering the ceiling, but here is warm. The sides are also covered in snow. You can see some
Yeah, like I said, that's more so like igloo form. That's what they do. That snow, believe it or not, to keep it isolated and warm on the inside.
from the ceiling. That is because of the humidity.
The air is thick with the smell of hay, warm milk, and livestock.
Now we are gonna meet a horse master.
We're about to see the wild Yakutian horses in their natural habitat.
Mikhail,
Ruhi.
here are the Yakut horses. The conditions here are so
Those joints dope.
harsh that only they have been able to adapt.
What is the temperature today?
It's somewhere around minus 50 degrees Celsius here. It's also hard to be outside for a long time. We have a system of fences in the open area. They mostly graze freely.
These Yakutian horses don't need heated shelters, as they can endure minus 70 degrees Celsius outdoors day and night.
Unlike regular horses, they are
That's
short.
wild.
also helps them to stay outside during winters, because short body means it can radiate heat to a smaller area. Their body looks very puffy, very rich in fat and round. This is because of their thick fur. And also their horseshoes are very tall, allowing them to stand on this freezing ground very long time. They're not captured, they're just being fed here.
Nah, those are hard though.
Their body means food. This is horse meat. They eat it here. As you can see, it got a lot of fat. This is one packet.
That's crazy.
Packet of a horse meat. This was ordered and it's going to be sold to a customer.
This large pile of hay has been stored since summer. It's the main food supply for the horses during winter. Mikhail offered us a taste of his horse's meat and liver, which is only eaten raw and frozen in this region.
Raw horse meat.
It's full of vitamins.
Come on, bro. You can't cook it up, chef it up,
It's good
season it
stuff.
up.
Since we don't have fruit or vegetables here, we get our vitamins from meat.
Tastes like ice. I can't feel the taste of it because it is frozen.
This is the liver.
In Oymyakon,
I'm sorry to scrunch my face up like that, because respects to everybody what they got going on, but man. Like,
daylight lasts only about 4.5 hours in January. It's 3 p.m. now. As darkness falls, we're calling it a day. Before cars, animals like horses,
they out here on reindeer?
cattle, and of course reindeer were used for transportation.
That's alright.
Reindeers are very important in this region, not just for transportation, but also for its meat, skin, and also milk.
About half a kilometer beyond the village center, frozen forest of Oymyakon began. In this village, most people herd animals.
Everything out there get used to work and they eat. For sure.
For a living. But for those like Ivan, hunting becomes the main source of income.
I am a man of the forest. These lands are my hunting grounds, and here is my tent, my home.
He's making fire now. We need this fire because it is too cold here.
Ruhi, I need that hat for sure, bro. For sure need that hat.
We must walk on the paths. The ice underneath is thin.
We made our way to the frozen river to check the fishing net he had set the day before. Ivan warned our cameraman just in time. He was about to step onto a cracked patch of ice. One wrong step could cause him to fall into the water.
Oh, hey!
And get wet.
In the winter, when it was just as cold, my dad was out riding his horse in the woods. He fell through the ice and started freezing right away. Realizing that there was no warm shelter nearby and no chance of rescue,
The Southern Twa is killing me with the voiceover.
he made the decision to shoot himself to avoid a slow, painful death.
Sound like a movie.
Oh, some more special ones. It's already frozen.
Our gear was already struggling to work in this temperature, and now this frozen lens is useless, and we'll have to give up on it. To get the net, he's removing the ice from the hole using a small shovel. The fish remained alive for only a few seconds after touching the freezing air.
Water was warm, but
Already frozen solid, like that's
now
crazy.
on the
Just
surface,
a couple minutes out.
this fish is shocked. It's completely frozen.
To make it easier to cut, he's warming the frozen fish by rubbing it with his hands. He's carefully slicing it into thin pieces.
Frozen and raw wild fish. When it's frozen, you feel like you're just eating an ice.
Yeah, bro. I don't like the way they eat their food for sure. But I guess it's hard to do fires out there.
You should eat with salt. Fish are loaded with vitamins in the winter.
Inside the tent, it's warm, but as you see,
Yeah,
the
bro.
other part,
I'm putting my joint on top of that stove, like that heater stove for sure. We gonna
Completely
fry
frozen.
something up.
He's feeding the fire and sharing some of the fish to nature.
O Spirit of nature, accept our gift. Bless us with a successful hunt and grace us with the abundance of your land.
According to his shamanic belief, he must keep the spirit of the hunt satisfied, or next hunt, he might come up empty. We're heading into the wilderness. Ivan wants to hunt something big. Looks like something's been through here.
Oh, for sure.
There are footprints and little patches of urine left behind.
Look, roe deer tracks.
We're getting close.
Because I stayed out in the cold for more than 10 minutes, I've started to feel numbness in my nose again. I have to be more careful.
I don't feel my nostrils.
Yeah, bro, wow. I would have had to like have short excursions for sure.
From that side, it ran towards the forest. That's where I'll set the trap.
He hopes to catch a large animal. The hunter knows the animal follows the same path every day, so he's placing the trap along his daily route. He's covering the trap with snow. He's using a dog's tail to remove the traces smoothly. We'll return to this spot later to see what he catches. But
that's what I'm saying, bro. They're using everything, even the dog tail.
First, Yvonne wants to check the trap he set yesterday. He scans the snowy landscape carefully.
Everything here is like a book to me. When the snow falls, I track how many animals there are by their footprints. I already know how many animals live in this area.
The Saka are a Turkic people who migrated from Central Asia, and I'm from Turkey, a country whose roots also trace back to the same region. Before we continue with the documentary, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this project and explore how closely I'm connected to these people. There it is, lying on the snow. A solid catch.
Dang, got him. What is that, a lynx?
A hare.
Oh, a rabbit hare.
A very big one. Quite enough for all of us to eat.
It wasn't the trap that killed it. The freezing cold did as he lay there, stuck and helpless.
So, the nature has no joke here.
This trap is smaller than the one we set today. I'm curious to
Dang, bro, that's a crazy way to go.
See what the next catch will be. But for now, there will be meat on the fire tonight.
In Oymyakon, there are a lot of hares. During the war, it was actually because of hunting hares that our people survived.
Tamara cooked the hare and prepared a dinner table at her house.
It doesn't have any fat in it. It's a very lean meat.
Some of the upcoming scenes were among the hardest to capture, thanks to the help of the Ulangovs, the leading...
I ain't gonna lie, that looked at least cooked. Everything else been raw and frozen, bro.
YouTube channel on rural Russia, we were able to make it happen. At the first light of morning, we come across something unexpected near the house. A giant snake sculpture. It's entirely made of cow waste, weighing more than 360 kilograms. It was built by...
Hold on. What?
A local farmer. The region's sub-zero climate also makes plumbing systems inoperable. If water pipes were installed, the water inside would freeze almost instantly. Instead, residents meet their needs, such as washing their hands from water they had previously stored in tanks.
Our sink is old. There's a bucket underneath to catch the water. When it fills up, we just take it outside and dump it.
Once again, the absence of plumbing infrastructure means that houses have no indoor showers or toilets. Instead, these essential facilities are built in the gardens, inside unheated cabins. The lack of a sewage system means that human waste remains where
Bro.
accumulated. Since waste freezes instantly upon exposure to the air, it often accumulates into frozen columns, sometimes reaching up to 1 or 2 meters in height before eventually being broken down. When someone has to use the bathroom, they need to put on a lot of clothes, and they must be fast to not get frozen. Using these toilets is never a pleasant experience, but this one is different. It's heated, but the problem with it, it cannot be ventilated as the cold disrupts the heating system.
Yeah. This is too much. This is too much. I'm sorry. It's too much.
This type of toilet is still preferred to be protected from the cold, despite the unpleasant odor that accumulates inside. To bathe, cook, wash dishes, or simply drink, clean water is essential, but getting it is a whole other process that takes a lot of effort. People here collect blocks of river ice and melt them to get fresh water for daily use. Right now you're looking at
That's cool, but god damn, bro.
Vast white blanket of snow, but under, there's a frozen river,
Even
the
with
only
the
source
water
of water. He's using a chisel to cut into the thick ice.
You have to work quickly if it's cold. Otherwise you'll freeze.
As we carve out solid blocks one after another, we lift them and place them onto the sled.
Yeah.
We've loaded as many ice blocks as a sled can carry.
Like, I'm with getting your own water. Like, I wish we could do that more here, but gosh, like, even carrying the ice blocks and then, like, what it'll take to melt that into, like, the clean water.
Our ancestors used to transport ice with oxen.
Nikolai, how long these are gonna last?
I have a big family. It'll last us 2, maybe 3 weeks.
These huge blocks are kept either in the cold room inside the house or just outside in the backyard.
They put them in a barrel and let them melt, and then they drink it.
Okay. I see what they got going on.
The ice blocks we collected together will not only be used in his own home, but also shared with neighbors so they can use the clean water to bathe. In this village, a bathing routine doesn't start with turning on a tap, but with chopping wood. The boy is grabbing a large chunk of ice given by Nikolai, and he's bringing it inside.
Our grandparents take baths for 2 hours.
Dang.
We usually stay for about an hour and a half.
How long does it take for you to complete your bath?
The whole process takes around 4 or 5 hours. We bathe once a week on Saturday or Sunday.
That, like, bro, like...
The next step is to
What are
turn
they
frozen
bathing in?
shampoo into liquid near the stove. They're rinsing themselves using a ladle. When they finish, they're dressing quickly as they'll step outside from 60 degrees Celsius to minus 54 degrees Celsius, a difference of 114 degrees Celsius. After their weekly bath ritual ends, the next morning begins early. It's 7:30 a.m.
Just once a week.
And children are waking up to a freezing cold morning, still pitch black outside. Thanks to this simple indoor tank, the kids can wash their faces and brush their teeth in the warmth of the house.
Well, that's cool that they got that for them.
But for other needs, the kids still have to use the outdoor toilet.
That's what I'm saying.
Jana helps her daughters get dressed for school. The children wear many layers of clothing for their commute. Before they leave, Jana wraps a wool shawl tightly around their faces, covering their mouths and noses to protect them from the biting cold. Now, they're ready to go outside. The walk to school is about half a kilometer. Every winter morning, Nikolai walks his daughters. The school remains open in Oymyakon unless temperatures drop below bone.
Dang, at least they still got school though.
Chilling minus 55 degrees Celsius. Below that point, it's too dangerous to go outside. Today, the thermometer reads minus 51 degrees Celsius. As the kids arrive at school, daily life for people like Yvonne is focused on survival and hunting.
Ivan has got a lot of animals here. He even has a frozen wolf.
He caught this wolf before dawn, about 2 hours ago, in the trap we set together.
It died because of the cold when it couldn't move. If you don't move in the cold, you die. This is a male one. Ivan will sell the skin of the wolf and take the meat of it and make another trap, put the meat in the trap, and he will hunt a bear.
He's showing us his hunting collection. These are the pelts of the foxes he tracked throughout the winter.
This one is a fully grown bear.
That's crazy. Fully blown
Bears were
bear.
killed because they kept attacking my livestock. Every year they come onto my land, and each time there are more of them.
The cold in Oymyakon is so extreme, even the most durable vehicles would fail without proper preparation. If a
That's
vehicle
another thing I was kind of wondering too, as far as like gas and just like moving around.
is left outside for even a few hours without the engine running, it completely freezes and won't start again without a full defrosting process.
How are you planning to unfreeze your car?
We'll use a jet heater. We're not sure if it'll start.
Every part is frozen solid. Metal, fuel, oil, even the battery.
Crazy.
They start by brushing off the heavy snow that's built up on the car.
The tire has turned solid like a rock. It was minus 56 degrees Celsius outside.
The tire's gone flat, not because of a leak, but because cold temperatures cause the air molecules inside to shrink.
They are going to install this to heat the vehicle.
We try to close it tightly so that the warm air does not escape out,
That's like a unique situation they got going on.
but stays inside.
Unthawed car with the jet engine.
And then take this one. It's too cold outside.
Where did they even get that joint from?
Because of this, everything needs to be kept warm. Since the car is diesel, the diesel fuel in the tank completely froze. The car will stay like this for about 3 to 4 hours.
If a local is lucky enough to have a heated garage, they can store their vehicle there for months without risking the engine. As the car was being defrosted, we made our first stop at one of these garages.
The door is very well insulated.
Yeah, you gotta live lavish in these conditions, bro. If you're gonna be out here, you gotta have all of this extra
material. If you see the walls, layer upon layer, and there are pipes here to heat the garage.
We heated the car for 3 hours. Now, we're going to try starting it.
The accumulator is installed, and the oil level is checked using the dipstick.
First time.
Man, that joint look like it's working though.
Open the door.
Yeah.
At least.
Great.
But just think about that though.
Vehicle.
It took the jet engine.
Not back from that.
Now we'll try to leave the place.
In Oymyakon, survival isn't about conquering nature, but about living in harmony with it. Guided by ancient shamanic wisdom, the a.k.a. people don't fight the cold. They respect it and endure within its rules.
Look, the temperature does not
I mean, at the end of the day, you have no choice.
rise at all.
Here, even the cruelest winters are met not with fear, but with ritual and the unshakable belief that nature gives as much as it takes. This isn't just survival, it's coexistence. Huge thanks to my dear friend Turgut Ekim, who was with me every step of the way during this journey. He also filmed a video in Oymyakon where he accepted an extraordinary invitation from a local family and captured daily life in this
Definitely dub to the cameraman too, man, in all of these adventures. I don't think they get enough credit.
freezing village. Also, while filming with Turgut, we jumped into a frozen river at minus 55 degrees Celsius. One of the most extreme experiences of my life. If you want to catch this
Man, if you got to this far of the video, put if you would do that. I would, but man,
footage of the
crazy
journey
cold.
and get a much closer look at the region's culture and traditions, click here to watch his documentary.
Last but not least, click the link in the description or scan the QR code and
But shout out to
forget
Ruhi, man. This was definitely a dub video, man. The coldest village on earth. Like I said, these people got some crazy conditions, man. Shout out to everyone that's doing their thing out there. If you did watch this video, please make sure you go subscribe to Ruhi. Go check out his channel. He has a lot of dope original content. Make sure you're following and subscribing to the Wave, Mickeyswave on all platforms. Make sure you go to godlycrown.com. Get you some merch. We got the new eyewear line that just dropped. I got new collection that's dropping as well at the end of this month, so I'm super excited about that. So make sure you follow to stay updated. I appreciate you guys like always. It's the Wave. I'll catch you on the next one.